Hey, are you doing a research paper or a project? The DACC library is here to help with online quality databases that you can use anytime from anywhere. To begin, start at the DACC homepage. We're going to navigate over to the Student Resources tab, and we're going to click on the DACC Library tab. We're going to concentrate on this gray box here. Since we're looking for databases, we're going to click on the Databases A to Z. When you click on that tab, you're going to see that there's 147 databases. Databases are an extremely reliable way to locate information that you won't find with a regular Google search. What we want to do is we want to narrow down the amount of databases from 147 into something that is a lot more manageable. That will help you find the information that you need a lot easier. If you go to the top, you will see that there are 4 different drop-down menus, or at least 3 different drop-down menus, and those are ways that you can limit the amount of databases that you see. So for example, let's pretend that you need to write a paper on climate change. So we're going to look at this drop-down menu on subjects. We're going to scroll down the different subjects, looking for something that we think would work for searching for some articles on climate change. Let's see, what do we see here? Let's go back. I see environmental studies, so I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to look at this resource types drop-down menu. As we scroll through here, you can see there are a lot of different resource types that you can limit your search to as well. I'm going to go back up to where it says articles, because let's say for this paper that we have to write on climate change that we need scholarly articles. I'm going to put my 2 limiters on in subject and in resource type, and I'm going to click search. Okay, well, our limiters have now given us 13 databases here listed next to the 13 databases found, say environmental studies and for articles. And we're just going to scroll really quick and see what they've selected once we have put those limiters on. I'm going to scroll back up. This looks good. And I just want to point out a couple of these icons here. Just so you know, when you're on a DACC campus, in order to access a database, it shouldn't be a problem as long as you are on campus. If you are off campus, you will need to be logged in with your NMSU username and password. When you click on the database, it will instruct you to log in if you need to be logged in. So that's what that little lock icon represents, is that you will need to be logged in if you are off campus in order to access the database. And then this is a little tutorial. If it has this little icon here, this will be a tutorial on the actual database and how to search that database. Most databases are searchable. It doesn't vary too much in terms of how to search them, but it might be nice to take one of those tutorials to kind of get a feel for what that database offers and how to search it. Okay, now it's time to search. We're going to click on Academic Search Ultimate Database, which is a really great database because it's wide-ranging. It has a lot of different subject matter in it. You can see here there's a search bar. It's important to know that in databases, they cannot be searched like Google. You cannot type full sentences into them and get results. You need to pull out keywords. So we know, because we have to write a paper on climate change is definitely one of our keywords. We also want to know if there are more wildfires happening because of climate change. So let's add the word wildfires to our search. And let's also add effects. As you can see, as I've typed, I've added the word "and" in capital letters. What that's telling the database is to look for all the articles that include those 3 keywords. So let's search and let's see what we get. We have got a result of 16,505 articles. That's quite a bit to sort through. What we want to do is we want to go to the top. Let's click and select some limiters. So let's click on past 12 months. That will narrow it down. And let's click on source type. We want academic journals only because that is what our assignment is telling us to have. All right, that brings us down to 1,700 articles. It's a lot more manageable. Over here, you can see the title of the article. You can see that it is peer-reviewed here. You could also limit your search up here by peer-reviewed. There are the subject terms down here. If you click on this, this will be an abstract of the article. Here are your access options, PDF, online full text, and then let's navigate over here to these three dots, and you see it says Tools. Click on that. It says Cite, Add to Project. You can share, and you can download your article. Click on Cite. Click on, let's say, APA citation style, and here it's giving you the reference in the format for APA. I would always check these citations for accuracy, but yes, you can use them. Also, if you go here, you can share your article. You can email it to yourself, you can put it on a Google Drive, on OneDrive, or if you create a link, that's a permalink, and you can actually just email that permalink to yourself. That is some ways that you can share and or save the article if that is an article that works for you. So it's really important to remember that research is a process. If you're not finding what you need, try different keywords, add synonyms, or check your spelling. And don't be afraid to explore. And if you ever feel stuck, your librarians are always here to help you. We're available via chat, email, phone, or in person. And no question is ever too small. Please start exploring your databases today, and you can make your research smarter, faster, and stress-free.